Welcome to your in-air, on-the-road movement flow. So, within as little as 10 to 15 minutes, inflammation can start occurring. Blood starts to pool. We start to get that stiff ache and pain feeling and we just want to move. So, first thing we're going to do is if you have socks, take them off and we're going to interlace them between our toes. Now, if you don't have socks, you can use your hands, you can use a napkin, but ideally what we want to do here is passively stretch our toes, meaning that we're getting a good stretch without us having to do anything at all. So you can just sit here for a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That is step one. Then we're gonna take the sock out. I'm gonna bring my feet up here so you can see, but you can leave your feet down here. And you're gonna spread your toes 10 times, as big as you can. Now, if you can't spread your toes like this, totally fine, but it's just something that you get to work on. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we're gonna contract and release. So we did that with our toes a little bit. Now we're gonna point our toes down to contract the calf muscles and then relax. Contract the calf muscles and then relax. Contract the calf muscles and then relax. Now we're gonna move up to our thighs. Squeeze your thighs and relax. Squeeze your thighs and relax. Squeeze your thighs and relax. You can even make fists between your thighs and push in and relax. So squeeze your fists together and relax. Squeeze your fists together and relax. Squeeze your fists together and relax. Now we're gonna do the core. So you're gonna inhale, feel your belly expand, feel the side of your rib cage expand, feel your back expand into your seat. And then on the exhale, feel everything come back together. Now we're not tightening and bearing down, but we're just engaging. So you can imagine if we get your pelvic floor involved, that you're kind of stopping pee and poop from happening. So we're squeezing from the pelvic floor, we're allowing hip bone to flatten and feeling everything come back together. So let's try again. Inhale, everything expands like a big balloon, your belly, the sides of the ribs, your back is pressing into the seat. And then exhale through your nose, stop your pee and poop, feel everything come closer together, feel your hip bone flatten, and practice that a few times. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, everything is relaxed, pelvic floor is relaxed. Exhale, hold in your pee and poop, feel everything come closer together, feel hip bone flatten and engage, and relax. Now we're gonna do the same thing with our arms. So we're gonna make fists and tense the arms, and relax. Make fists and tense the arms, and relax. Make fists and tense the arms, and relax. Now we're gonna go into reach overhead. So just reach up, try to touch the roof, try to reach as high as you can, as high as you can, as high as you can, and then just relax. Reach up and touch the roof, reach as high as you can, as high as you can, as high as you can, and relax. And now we're gonna twist. So grab onto your armrest, or you can grab onto your leg if you don't have an armrest. Inhale, exhale, twist, and try to look at your neighbor behind you. Inhale, come out of it a little bit. Exhale, twist a little bit more. One more time, inhale, come out of it a little bit. Exhale, try to twist a little bit more. And then switch sides. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, come out of it a little bit. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come out of it a little bit. Exhale, twist. Now we're gonna go into some pelvic tilts. So if you have a tail behind you, it's tucked under, you're sitting on your tail, and now you're lifting your tail. You're sitting on your tail, and now you're lifting your tail. You're sitting on your tail, and now you're lifting your tail. Sitting on it and lifting, getting some good movement here. Sitting on it and lifting, and then we're gonna end with some neck traction. So I'm gonna sit all the way back into your seat, grab your hair, tuck your chin back so you're in this position, giving yourself a nice double chin, and then rest it on your seat like that. So you should feel your neck and your spine elongate, allowing a bunch of synovial fluid and nutrients and all the yummy stuff to get sucked in there, avoiding a stiff neck. Now this seat kind of reclines a little bit, so if you can sit straight up, that'd be great. But this is what we're going for, is the lift here and then allowing your hair to kind of pin up against the seat and hold yourself in that position.